Girl,
Everybody
it's packed out here tonight.
Please. Follow the one line, please.
I told you.
IDs out. I need to see IDs. Thank you, ladies. Welcome to Park Ave.
Excuse me. Hello? Can you move? What? Excuse me. Oh my God. You ready to go? Girl, I've been ready.
Well, hey, girl, hey.
Hello.
How's life treating you?
Cannot complain. I cannot complain.
Heard the listeners was missing us. I seen y'all comments. y'all was on a sister neck for the episode at.
Oh man, last week was just weird because I had when I got back from Hawaii, that time change was just really, it fucked me up. So I was just I think I slept for like 3 days.
How was Hawaii?
It was probably one of the best trips I've ever had. Like, Hawaii is gorgeous. Like, from the water to the everything is just gorgeous in Hawaii. And swam in the ocean, hiked a big ass fucking mountain. It was exactly what I needed, times 10.
Oh, that's really good.
Yeah. So that's what's cool in the city. Hawaii, traveling. That shit was fucking dope as shit. And, I got my brothers to, black people don't swim. And they barely swim in pools, let alone an ocean. And I convinced my brothers to get out in the water, which was very satisfying to me because it was like pulling teeth to get them past ankle. Like, I got them to be like shoulder, like deep in the water, which was really cool. And it was just fun. I guess it was just more fun because I got to hang out with my brothers, just us three. And, God bless my little brother because I was about to start my period. So I was just like in a shitty mood, and he was just super chatty on the way there. And it was like an 11-hour travel time to get there. And on the way there, he was just chatting it up. And I'm just looking at him like, shut the fuck up. I don't want to talk. I don't want to be at this airport talking to you. I don't want to talk to people. Let's just get there. So, but other than that, it was just an awesome time. Like, that is definitely a place where I feel like people should visit. It's expensive as hell. Super fucking expensive. Like,
What, just common day to day?
Common day to day. If you hungry, shit's gonna start about $15 to $18. And that's like everywhere. I was like on Google.
Which island?
I was on Honolulu. So I was on the island of Oahu, and which is the most populated island. And gorgeous. The way my brother stayed, he lived right. So there's a mall that's like the largest mall in the United States, and he lived like right up the street from there. He lived like maybe 5 minutes walking distance away from the beach. So he was pretty central to a lot of stuff. So the first day, my little brother and my brother, he works for Ross, Dress for Less. So he's over there, loss prevention. And so he had all the stores in Hawaii and stores in Guam. Those are his stores. So pretty much he was busy the first 2 days that we were there. Mm-hmm. And so me and my brother was just like, and I'm the type of person, when I go out of town, I'm looking for local places. I'm looking for shit to do. And so I told my little brother, if you rolling, we gonna roll. But, we don't have no car, and I don't want to Uber. I want to like actually walk around and, be of the locals. Mm-hmm. And so we literally walked about maybe 7 miles to get to this fucking poke place. So like their big thing in Hawaii is like poke and like pig and all this other shit. But I was really, really, really craving tuna. So I wanted to try some ahi tuna. So this place, it was like literally a hole in the wall. It's called Ahi Assassins. I made a video about all of that stuff. So when we put this episode up, you'll see some of the highlights from my trip. But it's like a little hole in the wall. If you were to drive past it, you'd miss it. Like it's like a closet. So you open your closet right there. Literally, that's
what you order food and eat outside or something?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Pretty much. But I mean, the shit was so good. And there was people like lined up around a corner. And then of course my little brother was like, "Oh, they have a Raising Cane's. Let's go here." And I was like, "You fly fucking 5,000 miles to eat some fucking Raising Cane's,
nigga know what he like,
nigga." So, but he did try it, but he was just like, "Nah, that's not my speed." But he ended up trying sushi a couple days later, which was, I'm proud of him for that. Both of them, they tried sushi. So, but yeah, no, Hawaii is just a really great time. It's the like, you think of Hawaii, it's like a whole, like, you wouldn't even think that it is a part of the United States. Like, the culture there is Asian, and it's not even, maybe I'm being politically incorrect, but it's like Vietnamese, Korean, Chinese, Japanese. It's just Asian.
Did you go to the club?
No, I didn't want to go to the club.
Oh.
Only because it's like that time difference. I mean, by their 9 o'clock, it was already, it's 1 o'clock here.
I love to see how other people club.
So, but I mean, they're very dated.
I be like, when they see the music they play, and like, because I know when my friend was in Korea, like, they were like 6 years behind on hip hop music.
Yeah, very behind.
So they was getting their life to what we got a life to in college, and she was like clearly way out of school.
Yes, they're very dated. I know that they play in the club heavy, and that's like a banger.
Yeah, I figured that. Like, I just be liking to know, okay,
it's a total banger.
Wow, you guys are gonna flip out when y'all get the Migos in 10 years.
Yes. But it's for it to be a part of the United States the way it is, it's like a different country. Like things are in, I don't even know how, like, if it's Japanese, Vietnamese, Asian, Chinese, it's either English or that. It's but I loved it. I loved the culture. I mean, but I saw about maybe 3 black people there. Besides my brothers and I, but it's very, very Asian populated. But I love going to places like that and seeing other cultures. I mean, you see, like when I went to the beach, like every morning that I was there, like 8 a.m. and motherfuckers was out there, old ass people on their surfboards and paddleboarding, surfing, and I was like, yo. This is the life. Everything is mahalo, aloha. Like this one lifeguard was like, mahalo. I was like, mahalo.
Mahalo to you too, kind sir.
Mahalo to you too.
Kind sir.
And he's like, it's Aloha Friday. You visiting or you live here? And I'm like, I'm visiting. He's like, all right, cool. And they look just like you would think a Polynesian or South Pacific person would look like. I loved it. I mean, they had their high buns and they're super tan, and everybody has tribal tattoos. I don't know. It was a beautiful, beautiful fucking place, man. The water was like see-through. I can't talk about it enough. Like, that shit was just probably one of the best experiences ever.
Well, that's good.
Yeah.
So this week, my Woman Crush Wednesday goes to Donna Marie Meagle from Parks and Recreation. She is played by Marietta Sirleaf. Donna Meagle is my Woman Crush Wednesday because she's just a confident bad bitch. We meet Donna. I always got the feeling that she should not have been working at the Parks and Rec anyway. She often talked about how much money she had. She made it clear that she owned a lot of properties outside of Pawnee. She was part owner of the Snake Hole, which was the popping club in the popping club in Pawnee. She also, like, every time it came to talking about like dudes, she had a nigga for everything.
Everything.
Like, when they had like I think it was a Brazilian or Argentinian. They had like I think it was Brazilian people. They had some Brazilian men come and do business in Pawnee, and she went ahead and made it clear that she does really good in South America. Like that that was just a fun fact. And then at the end of that episode,
she was there.
She was definitely there,
was there
in that multi-million dollar house, minding her business.
Yes.
And like every situation, when she talks about her dudes, they all like stalked her when it was all said and done. So either she just attracts crazy men, or they know they lost the good one. Because like all her stories are like, yeah, he went through my email. Yeah, he broke into my such and such. So
that's Genuine's cousin.
And she was Genuine's cousin.
She was Genuine's
She
cousin.
definitely was Genuine's cousin. And I just really don't think, like, I feel like she was just working at the Parks and Rec just to be doing some shit. Like, no parts of me didn't think she didn't have money. Because Donna, I remember when they shot her Mercedes.
She thought somebody killed a person.
Girl. And Donna still, and then like it was a song, it was a who was it? It was a Pearl Jam song written for her, but we didn't find out until her husband found out and was like, wait, they wrote a whole song about you? She was like, yeah, I had plenty of songs written about me. So, Donna Meagle, you just a bad bitch. You taught me to treat myself, even though I didn't need nobody else to help me.
Yes. My favorite episode was when her and Tom was like,
treat yourself.
Treat yourself 2009.
Mimosas. Treat yourself. Massages.
Treat yourself.
Dinner.
Treat yourself.
Pedicures.
Treat yourself.
Manicures.
Treat yourself.
Chocolate brownies.
Treat yourself.
They were dumb. And Donna had a coin, and she was just hella confident.
When they stayed at her cabin out there, she laid out them ground rules for them motherfuckers. And
it's just like, why you had a cabin, Donna?
Yeah.
Like, Donna, you work at the Parks and Rec. How do you have?
It's been passed down through the Meagle.
Like, how do you have so much stuff? And then when she made it clear that she wasn't close to her family because her family were like cold-blooded people, it's like, what were the Meagles doing, Donna? Are they drug dealers? Who are the Meagles? So Donna Meagle,
that's an awesome show, man. It's one of my favorite shows.
Donna Meagle from Parks and Rec is the confidence you all need. She has the money management skills we all need. So shout out to her. Just everything. Show. And I think now she acts on this show called Good Girls on NBC. So support our good sis, Retta, I think they call it for short. Did you watch the Fyre Festival?
Yes,
docs?
I did.
All both of them?
Yeah. Not the one on Hulu, no.
You didn't watch the one on Hulu?
No, I watched the one on Netflix.
That one on Hulu was good too. What you think?
Niggas is fucked up out here. But niggas been scamming niggas been scamming, man. Niggas been scamming. Niggas have been scamming. White people have been scamming.
Everybody.
Bernie Madoff, scammer.
Bernie Madoff is
scam. Like, when I see things like that and, like, people, say, he's got money, he got this. Niggas, real money does not do shit like that. Like, when you really fucking got it, you don't have to stunt like that. That was a red flag to me. Niggas driving Maseratis and all up and down, like, just very flashy. When I see people that are super flashy like that, I question the legitimacy of their wealth. Because when I read about wealthy people or people who really got that kind of bread, they don't do shit like that. They do the actually complete opposite. So, like, when I was watching that shit, like, they were showing him driving, the cars and all that type of shit, talking about, I bought an island. You capping. I just felt bad for the Bahamian people. Y'all, rule, get that lady her money, her 50 grand. For real.
And they really,
It was just said, I gotta go.
Because he was dead. They dead ass was gonna take them out. But my thing too, like, when I watched the Hulu documentary, Billy really, it's so interesting to see how people hype up white people. Like, you really don't have to have any experience, but if you're a white male in America and you get around a certain group, you automatically get like this type of what word do I want to use? Like, they automatically accept you and believe in your dreams when black people gotta do hella much shit just to get like an endorsement by somebody or to get a liquor company to like distribute at their parties. And this white boy just comes in and was like, oh, hey, you know, this is my dream. And I'm like white in America. So of course you guys are going to help fund my shit. And that's kind of what it felt like to me. Only because I know like other people really like, even that girl, I can't think of her name, the girl who created that show Girls. I can't stand her ass actually. She a bad body white girl too. Damn it, what's that? Yeah, that bitch. The thing about her too, even when she told the story about Girls, she was like, oh, I went in there with a sheet of paper and sold a show. And like Issa Rae had like two shows on YouTube and did all this work, and they still didn't give her a show until years later. And this white girl just pop her white ass in there with a sheet of paper, and it's like that y'all hand clap mediocrity when it comes to white people all the time. And that documentary with Billy proved that mediocrity and white people really goes a fucking long way. That it's upsetting. That and the fact of I felt like y'all are such. Like, I guess a part of me, I don't believe shit. So you can tell me something, I don't believe nothing. I'm definitely a person where I'd be like, oh, for real? Nah, that shit don't sound right. So the fact that y'all was just letting Billy walk up to y'all and hand y'all a few $1,000s and y'all were taking pictures with his product is hella fucking weird to me. Like, how dumb are y'all? And Ja Rule, you should have just kept silent.
You shouldn't have said nothing. You should have distanced yourself from that. Like, on the Netflix thing, he at the end talking about it wasn't a scam or a fraud.
It wasn't a fraud. It was false advertisement. But the thing about Ja Rule too, in that the Hulu one, he didn't come across as a part of the scheme. He actually came across as like ignorant to it. Yeah, they made him look very on the Hulu one. They made him look very like, I'm just a rapper, and if you tell me to do this, I'm gonna do it to get money. That Netflix one, that nigga was a co-conspirator. Like, for real. Like that Hulu one, I was like, oh, okay, maybe Ja Rule really didn't know what was going on. He's not articulating his words well in these interviews. You know, they kind of, the way they shaped it very much so didn't put Ja Rule's hand in a pot. Oh, but then I watched that Netflix one. I was like, oh, Ja Rule knew what was up. Okay, so all y'all a piece of shit.
Had to.
Y'all just...
Because and what baffled me was that the fact that they were like, knowing good and fucking well, ain't that many houses on that goddamn island, but you gonna make up some shit, and then you gonna say, oh, we have luxury tents.
Well, and too, the problem with that on the Hulu documentary, when they asked what happened to all those keys, because apparently they had these houses or whatever on this island, which, okay, you might have had the houses. It is enough houses on that island for you to rent out. The problem too on that Hulu documentary, Billy says they lost the box of keys to the houses. So the guy was like, you lost over 100 keys to over $2 million worth of houses. And he was just like, yeah. So you're telling me you lost a whole box of keys to other people's houses. These aren't even your houses, to other people's houses that are nice houses. Like, what? But it's that, man, that white boys and mediocrity, people, oof. But Billy ass gonna be scheming again. Billy what? Billy doing 6?
He's still doing it.
He did 6 years. Billy finna come, and the thing about Billy, he finna make so much money off this shit. He's gonna get out of jail.
They gonna give him a book. They gonna let him get on some show.
He's gonna be on 2020. He gonna be on either 2020 or Dateline because they competitors. So whoever pays the most, he's gonna be on all our Good Morning Americas and
telling his side of the story.
And The Views, telling his side of the story. He definitely will. If he's smart, he's writing a book right now in these 6 years. And the thing is going to be some white investors who still invest in this nigga shit.
And he going to fraud them niggas out of the same shit.
And then the thing is, on the Hulu one that made it so fucking funny was they told this story about him in like grade school. And so it was like, oh, so this nigga been scamming. Like, this nigga was a scammer in elementary school. Like,
the fact that he got out, he was on... whatever probation or he on bond
and he had Frank Tribble
and still doing some scam type shit. Like, it's
if I ever, like, when I die and they say, what do you want to come back to earth as, I really wouldn't mind coming back to earth as a white male, because I would love to see America through a white male's eyes, because it's just so different from being a black woman. And I would just love to see it. Because y'all put y'all faith in this white boy for no reason. Y'all let this white boy leave y'all blindly. Like, and then the thing is, it wasn't like the shit went to hell the day of.
No, it
had been going to hell. Y'all knew it was trash. Y'all knew these people wasn't coming. You knew one of villas. Like, y'all did all this, and y'all let him lead y'all blindly to the bare effing end. Ugh. And shout out to old boy, I think his name is Andy. Andy, who's willing to suck dick for water. Shout out to you, kind sir. That is very...
He said I rinsed my mouth out.
That nigga was about to get the blowjob of his life. And I stand somebody who said...
150,000 worth of water?
I stand somebody who said, you might not have a place to stay. It might not be no concert, but you bitches will not be dehydrated. That's an American hero.
I'm going to suck that dick.
That's an American hero.
I'm going to suck it good.
Yeah, that was an American hero.
But he said, I gotta do what I gotta do.
And it's just so, and I mean, it's so interesting to me to see how easily influenced everybody really is on the internet. Because Fyre Festival ain't nothing but Fashion Nova. And I mean, not saying Fashion Nova, well, I don't know, I don't trust Fashion Nova. But it's like how quickly, if you put your product to the right people, instantly you're gonna have success. Because of the people you gave your product to, and how quickly stuff grows. Because just like Fashion Nova wasn't here one day, and then it was just here, and it was everywhere. And then the thing about Fashion Nova is like they market this shit that's sold at Rainbow and Forever 21. Like Fashion Nova literally is Rainbow and Forever 21. So like even with the Fyre Fest, it was like, okay, cool. We know these group of millennials and well, maybe not Z-Geners because they're so young. We know these group of millennials love to follow what the quote unquote trend is. And if we give it to the people they admire, the people they follow, immediately they just gonna follow. And I mean, that's really true with Fyre Fest. I mean, granted, I knew a little bit about Fyre Fest. I didn't know too much because I was the white side of the internet and I don't really be knowing what's going on the white side of the internet. But I did see the orange squares randomly. And then I kind of thought it went away. And then I remember the night everything went to hell. But like how Fyre Fest works, how Flat Tummy Tea works, Flat Tummy Lollipops, Fashion Nova. I remember when Fendi made a run again and sent everybody Fendi. I remember when Carl Kanai made a run again and sent everybody Carl Kanai. And how quickly influenced we are. Because even when I seen that Carl Kanai, for like nostalgia purposes, I was like, oh shit, look at Carl Kanai trying to make a comeback. I was like, oh, I'll get me a baseball cap. That shit was sold out. So it's just crazy how in that vacuum and cycle of stuff you're in and people just follow. And that nigga Billy knew that shit.
Very true.
Billy was on some bullshit though, but Billy knew that shit.
Straight bullshit.
Billy really got over on y'all. Billy really was fucking with the church's money.
Fucking with it. Taking that shit.
Because my thing is
nigga put his hand in the collection plate and put it in his pocket.
I wonder, do Billy have like money hid away?
He probably does.
Because you know he owed, like they sued him, so he owed like $100 million or something ridiculous. But it's like he's not gonna pay that shit.
He probably has something buried, and then he's not gonna pay it, and then he'll probably do like a bankruptcy type shit.
But I think if he filed bankruptcy, they still gonna make you pay that. Yeah, that shit ain't gonna work. But I wonder how it is. Like if he get out of jail and he living in a penthouse, do like the feds show up and be like, "What the fuck?" Because people
if he has it in a different name, he probably gonna put it in somebody else's name. He ain't gonna put it in
but
his.
even if he put it in his if he put it in his girlfriend name, they gonna be haunting her ass down and asking her how she got the money. That's just a mess. I wonder how. I mean, he's gonna be fine when he get out of jail. That nigga be still be in the penthouse living his best life.
Probably. I wouldn't doubt it. Because he probably already scamming from jail.
I really feel like he is. I really feel like he's coming up with his best Ponzi scheme from jail.
Absolutely.
I mean, he got time. Why wouldn't you?
Absolutely. I
mean, he didn't really just push these books. And you know what? White America had that nigga on Big Brother or some reality
TV show. He's
Survivor.
Gonna be on the top. He gonna tell his side of the story and he gonna cash out. And then he gonna cash out and he gonna put some money in a box or under his mattress.
But I'm gonna tell y'all something. Fyre Festival was trash anyway, but that app that they really did so they could do, like the app that was attached to Fyre Festival was some bullshit. Ja Rule, you dumb as shit. Nobody is gonna find their entertainer on no Tinder type application. Like if you're like the Beyoncés and the like, even Sierras of the world. Like, if you're like any celebrity that actually can book a real fucking stage, or the Rihannas of the world or whatever, you're not going to sign yourself up on an app so regular ass people can book you. That's what your manager is for.
Yeah.
So that app was just dumb as shit to begin with, because nobody who is like at the top of their game, or anybody who can actually book shows for real, nobody is going to actually pay attention to you. You're not going to get on the app, because then what was the point of the manager? Like, that's why they have managers.
Right.
Like, so you think we just gonna be here, sitting here one day? Damn, let me see if Cardi B will perform at my house for $100. Like, jump rule, your idea is fucking dumb anyway. Because anybody who has any type of career is not gonna sign up for no tender of music. Dumbass, but whatever. And you stupid for all the comments you said. And even though I can't stand 50 Cent because he be trolling the hell out of everybody, I kind of hope he comes and trolls the hell out of you about Fyre Festival. But that's me. Did you read all like the hoopla about Teyana Taylor and Yvonne Shumpter?
Yeah.
I mean, apparently it's not true, but before I found out it wasn't true, I had a whole bunch of discussions about threesomes today and inviting women in your room and stuff. And it's like a shitload of people who are just like, if you invite a woman into your bedroom, you're like opening yourself up.
Door. Absolutely.
But I don't really think that though.
Yep, I do.
I don't, because it'll be different for me. I guess if men didn't cheat as much as they did anyway, I would have more of a like, if you invite her, that's the problem. Niggas cheat without you inviting somebody. So
that is true, but I think it gives more of a if I don't allow that, and I don't like to share. I'm not about that. So I think it would. I don't know. I think it opens more of a blatant disrespect.
I wouldn't have a threesome. I don't believe in those. I didn't like my threesome, as we all know. But I think if you're willing to have a threesome, in your relationship, it needs to genuinely be something you enjoy and you want to do. Don't let no nigga talk you into it. I don't like that. But I feel like if two grown adults and consensual adults sit down and say they want to have threesomes in their relationships and they set some ground rules, I think everybody should be adults and follow the fucking ground rules. But niggas are trash and they don't, because even with the threesome I had, that nigga tried to backdoor the situation later. Mm-hmm. And that kind of annoys me. But I guess for me, niggas cheat so goddamn much anyway. My thing is, if you're going to do a threesome, if you're going to be a woman who wants to do threesomes, make sure it's your idea. Don't let nobody come to you saying we should have threesomes.
Yeah, nah, I ain't into it. Nah.
It's not.
Get that out your system before you start fucking with me, because the answer is no.
Yeah, I don't.
Get it out your system before you start fucking with me.
Yeah, I don't really like girls like that. But for you girls who genuinely like girls and kind of want a girlfriend and a boyfriend,
that's cool.
Do you?
Yeah,
I just would do it.
But just for the sake of thinking that the nigga is going to be like, he's gonna respect you or love you more if you do this with him. No, because again, I feel that opens up the door to blatant disrespect, because y'all already have rules and guidelines about how y'all gonna do it, but a nigga gonna still be a nigga. You like, well, shit, I fucked with this bitch with her. Let me just see what she doing. Let me see if she's hungry. Let me take her out to eat.
That's a trash part, because I just think that's so selfish and so greedy, especially if you have a person who's willing to have threesomes with you.
Absolutely.
I think I just think that's terrible. But I'm not against, if y'all having threesomes, I don't believe in all that extra you're making, because it's a bunch of threesomes. It's a bunch of couples having threesomes, and their situation works for them. But once again, if you listen to me, I would tell you have threesomes in like Bermuda, Mexico. That's not your hometown, and a girl from your local Publix. That's me, though. But, y'all get lazy. Niggas are trash. And,
big old facts.
It always ends messy when you're too close to home. And I always said that, too. Stop picking the girl that's at the club by your house. How about you pick the girl that's at the club when you out of town, so nobody sees this bitch again. But, to all my people out there having threesomes with their man.
Yeah, Godspeed.
Do you.
Be blessed.
They look better when I watch them than when I was actually involved. So whatever works for y'all. But outside of that, you guys don't forget to grab the merchandise at Teespring/Recovering Party Girls merch. I see some of y'all bought some shit. Shout out to all my friends that bought shit and text me and told me they bought shit. And everybody, don't forget our live show is March 7th.
Whoop, whoop.
Grab your tickets at recoveringpartygirls.eventbrite.com. Shout out to my older brother who was first to buy a ticket. And shout out to my mother who bought 2. So apparently they will both be, all 3 will be in the audience. And they were like the first 3 people to buy tickets. So thank you, friends and family. And I talk shit to y'all because half of y'all don't be listening to this show. But for everybody who hit me up and bought a ticket or bought some merch, I'm sorry I cuss y'all out every week for not listening to the show. You guys came through when I needed you. You guys are great. But anyways, so this week, our topic is recovering from going too far. And going too far is if you ever said or did anything to anybody and you thought later, like, damn, I did too much. Damn, I went too far. Like, ain't have to go that way. And you just put the gas on and just drove it to the brick wall. Do you go too far?
Not so much now. In my 20s, I went too far all the time. I was always going too far.
How?
Saying some wild shit. I always say shit that when I look back and like, damn, bitch was really cutthroat. I shouldn't have said that. Or I shouldn't have did that. I shouldn't have wilded a nigga like that. I should have just walked away. But, you know, you live and you learn. But now I don't care too much, so I just tend to just walk away.
Well, I live on Too Far Lane, so here's the thing. My problem has always been my mouth. It is the reasons I always end up on punishments, the reasons why I always got in trouble in school, the reasons why my punishment went from 2 weeks to 3 months. Like, instantly. My mom always tells the stories about how my punishment usually started off at a week, and somehow by the end of my mouth in our exchange, I spent half a year in my bedroom looking out the window while everybody played. True story. I really was on punishment for like 3 months. So, and like hardcore punishment. That shit was like a jail. Like, the thing is, like for sure, like with, I don't know if it's wanting the last word, because I don't necessarily think I want the last word. And I don't know if it's about me proving my point. Like with my mom in Tallahassee, I was drunk one night and I went to 7-Eleven. It literally was like a mile from my house. I get what I need from 7-Eleven. I try to make a U-turn. I hit the curb. I have my whole car in a ditch. Whole car. So I try to back out the ditch, but by that time the police comes. And so the police was really nice. He ends up taking me back home, which was the craziest part because I was like, you're gonna take me to jail because I'm drunk. And he's like, no, I'm definitely trying to take your drunk ass home. So he was like, but I have to tow your car. So he takes me home and they get the car towed. Now, in my grown mind now, the smartest thing to do would have been to just pay. I actually had the money to pay to get the car out. They had called my mom, so my mom already knew what happens. But her thing was get the car out of impoundment and leave me alone. But I called her because I wanted her to pay for it. And that's the spoiled girl coming out of me. I'm like, oh, okay, well, I need the money. And my mom's like, I'm not giving you money to take out a car that you ran the shit in the ditch.
Yeah. And
I'm like, nah, I need that money. And the thing is, I had the money. Like, I cannot stress the fact that I actually had the money, could have did the shit. So we go back and forth about this car. In the meantime, my mom ends up, they really wasn't going to release the car to me because in general, if the car's not in your name, they're not supposed to release the car to you. However, since you're in Tallahassee, Tallahassee is a college town, so they already assume that the car isn't in your name, it will be in your parents' name because most of the people's cars were in their parents' name. So they end up, after all that goes through, they were like, all right, get the car. And I'm like, all right, I'm going to get the car because now I need to just get the car. By that time, because I went back and forth with my mama for like a whole half a day about getting a car and needing the money, my mom called the people and told them not to release the car to me. My mom literally got that car towed from Tallahassee to Orlando, Florida. That is a 4-hour drive. Just to prove a point of, bitch, you should have got the car out. Why did you double back and keep going with me? And then at the end of the day when she did this shit, it was like, well, why didn't I just get the fucking car out?
Mm-hmm.
Like, what sense did that fucking make? And then, like, I don't even know why I be doing that shit. And I have to like stop myself, and I say this often. People's like, why do you get quiet when you're getting ready to like, when you're talking to friends and y'all about to disagree? I was like, I get quiet because I know what I do. I was like, you know, people want to pretend like you can't weaponize words. You definitely can weaponize words. Yeah. And people want to act shocked when they get punched in the mouth for weaponizing words. You can't weaponize words and do things and then sometimes don't expect a person to not decide to weaponize words, but, you know, actually punch you in your mouth. So because I know I can go that far, I tend to like hold everything in and then go talk to somebody else about the bullshit, because I don't want my words to be used as a weapon when that is so easily for me to use the words as a weapon. And I did that in a lot of relationships. That's why when Red Table Talk had this episode with Will and Jada, or Will, the first 2 episodes, and they said they went to counseling to learn how to like
talk to each other.
Yeah, communicate, because a lot of stuff get lost in translation and with how you say stuff. And like any relationship I've been in, that has genuinely been the problem. The way, even if they wrong, like, because you know how like a nigga try to like cheat on you
and then try to make you,
but then it's like, instead of you coming like, this hurt my feelings,
right,
I like found a way to backdoor the situation where it's like, all right, you cheated on me, I'm about to bring you down and this is what I'm going to say. Yeah. And like one dude, I talked about his kid. I mean, it was very funny what I said about his child. Neither here nor there. It was one of my best. Neither here nor there. Okay, so listen. He had a picture with him and his baby mama and his child. The picture looked very 1908, very
dated.
Slavery. Not dated is a good word. Very slavery. Like everything about the picture, just the outfits, the little girl hair wasn't done, the mama hair wasn't done. The picture was very, 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 very 12 Years a Slave. So I went to our good sis Google and found a picture from 12 Years a Slave of a husband and a wife and their child and their slavery garb. So I put the 2 pictures together as like a comparison. And I sent him the picture. Because we were in like a really bad argument. And like I was like really irate. And like he had hurt my feelings really bad. I was trying to figure out how I could hurt his. And I forgot what comment I said, but I definitely made it clear that what I was referencing, just in case he didn't know what I was referencing. And so I sent this picture out, and that was like, all right. And then when I sent it out, like I knew when I was sending it out what reaction I was trying to get. And I knew I was going too far. That was the thing. I sat there with that knowing that this is too far. And I still just went ahead and pressed it without a care in the world. And then I was just like, why am I a terrible tyrant? And I got the reaction, of course, that I expected to get. And I mean, like, 2 days later, he tried to come back with like a comeback, and I was just like, "Nigga, it's been 2 days.
Yeah,
it's over, and you actually can't talk what the fuck I just did, bitch." But with that being said, it was just like, but why did I do that? Because at some point we were really good friends, and I literally just went to the bottom of the bottom of the bottom to bring you down because you probably was messing with some girl or whatever he did. You pissed me off, and I was just like, damn, like you gotta. Yeah, that was a very, I think that might be the lowest I've ever been. Yeah, I think ain't nothing I ever did that was that bad. Because I really did Google that picture of 12 Years a Slave.
Damn, that's tough.
Yeah, I mean, the picture fit well.
I mean, I've never really, like, I mean, I've said some fucked up shit, but, like.
What's the worst thing you've said?
To somebody?
Yeah.
I think this is when I was drunk, but I do remember this. I told somebody that I would find somebody. I said it's nothing to find somebody with nothing to lose for $200 to have you end up missing. And they just looked at me. They're like, "Bitch, what?" And I was like, "Bitch, I'll find you. I'll have somebody find you, and you will become a missing person." And they were just like, okay.
Well, I wish that was as bad as I've gotten.
But I was just on to, I watch a lot of fucking like.
Nah, that's bad. I'm saying like, I done said some shit. Like, that's it? Oh, shit. I'm not going to repeat some of the things I've said. Granted,
I feel like that, but I was just talking out of my ass drunk. But honestly, like, I don't argue with people like that. I don't get into it with people like that. Like, if you want to argue, that's cool. But once it gets over a certain time, it's just like, yo, I don't have the patience for that. Like, I'm just not that type of a person. Like,
listen,
I don't give a fuck.
Once we get over too many comments, grab security because we fighting. I ain't got nothing for you. I don't really like arguing anyway, so that's probably why I ended up in all my fights. Jesus, terrible tyrant. Yeah, I think the kid thing was probably the worst I've done.
Nah,
I feel like I've done worse than that. I really just can't think about it right now. The kid might be the thing. The kid. Pulling the kid and telling you your family, you and your baby mom look like 12 years a slave wasn't a highlight in my life. Wasn't so terrible. Wasn't a good time. And that shit was like about 4 or 5 years ago. That shit wasn't that far away from me. Oh, goodness gracious. But with that being said, I wouldn't do that now. Like, I really try to I can't talk to people immediately, and I really don't fuck with people at this point who I try to stay away from people who will bring me to that point. Yeah. Because granted, I shouldn't have said that, and that was my bad, but it was a setup to that being the explosion, to that being the reaction. It was a whole bunch of little stuff that was going on, and I was like, all right, bitch, I got you. And I knew at the time that the kid was going to be the dagger to the heart, and you didn't have to shoot it. And true story, me and him have never talked since then. We have been on and off and friends and lovers and not and everything for probably at that point the better of, if that was 2014, since like 2006. So from 2006 to 2014 we were something. And that actually was, but I knew it too, because a part of me was like, if you let me do this, we can't come back. Like, I knew saying it, that if he did let me get away with it, it was nowhere else for us to go. Like, we had guys, and I say this all the time, sometimes when you start going too far all the time, it ends up being verbal abuse, but nobody want to say it's verbal abuse. And I have been definitely in verbal abusive relationships with me being the abuser and me being the abusee as well. And then us just kind of switching off from abuser to abusee, because some of the things you say just get so nasty and belittling, and you weaponize your words. And if you're in a situation where you gotta send 12 years a slave and say that's your child, that's not a situation you don't need to be in. My God, why did I do that? If he's listening to this, my bad, son. Jesus Christ.
Tough.
Jesus Christ.
Kids are a deal breaker, man.
But the thing was, I knew that was like, I really would have judged him if he would have let me slide on that. And it was because that was like, but the thing was too, I had said so much, we collectively have said so much stuff to each other. It was nowhere else to go. And that's what I was telling somebody. When you start doing those type of jabs, what happens is the last thing you said is now the starting point. You don't go back to the top anymore and have like decent communication. Yeah. When you saying like, fuck you, die, that is okay, that's the bar. So then next week or the next argument, fuck you, die is the beginning point. Now where are we going from here? Oh, this is whatever you say the next time that's terrible is now the starting point. So you get so far and so low into it, it's like, y'all gotta leave each other alone. That's why I was telling somebody, I'm like, going too far verbally or physically with somebody, really, I've been watching a whole bunch of For My Man and Fatal Attraction on TV One.
Yeah.
If you keep doing stuff, it becomes your normal. Yeah. And then you up it. And then that becomes your normal. And then you up it again. And then that becomes your normal. And then the next thing you know, y'all just full blown hitting a brick wall. And I learned that with my mom too. Like, you would think I would have learned as a kid. But for sure now, like, words mean things. And, it's a lot of stuff people can forgive. But sometimes you hit the nail on the coffin, and you can't take it back and you can't apologize for it, especially if it's to the truth. And see, that's why I've always been good at it. Shit I be saying, I be knowing what I'm saying, and I be knowing it's about to hurt your feelings, and I know it's something you're sensitive about, and I know it's something you're insecure about, and I just say it so carelessly and so vindictively, and then you can't take it back. It's just out there, and people never forget that. You liable. I've got into it with like friends. I have my best friend, we literally got into a fight outside a club. She don't even care about the fight. She cared about what I said before we fought. So it's like, girl, we just fought. But it's like, no, but you said this.
Yeah.
So you can't.
That's like hella important, man. It's your words. Like, I don't fuck with people to this day because of the things that they said. I mean, I get people can get into it, but the fact is that you know what you're saying. You know what you're saying. I would never, if I really fuck with you heavy and I tell you things and you know shit about me and you say it to hurt me, that's it. Because I would, out of respect, I would never do that to you. I would never do that to anybody. Like, if somebody entrusts me with information and I say it back to hurt or because whatever the fuck, like that's hard to come back on. And I think a lot of times people don't think that words can hurt, but that shit, niggas have said shit to me.
Words hurt sometimes more especially if it's something you're super sensitive about. Words hurt worse than when you get into a fight.
If you entrust somebody with information about yourself that person knows that you're insecure about, or you're not that's an issue for you, and you turn around and say it in a manner to which you're trying to hurt that person just because you are feeling some type of way about whatever, you're really not my friend, or you really don't give a fuck about me, because
I don't give a fuck about you in that moment.
But at the same time, we can be mad at each other. I would never use something against you or that I know about you to hurt you. I would never do that. And so when people just have to be a little bit more, I think it's a lot of people aren't really sensitive to other people in that regard.
Definitely not.
And
I mean, especially too, if you're a person who don't shake on a lot of verbal abuse. It's a very small window of things a person can say to me to piss me off. A lot of shit I just be like, bitch, that's the best you got. So because that's my personality, bitch, that out of all the things I can tell you to attack me with, that is what you chose. Bitch, come back and do better. But because I'm like that, and maybe too because we're a little tough in our house. My mom always says she raised lions. That whole, it's just a lot of stuff that you couldn't go to my mama crying about, because my mama would be looking at you like you fucking stupid. That's what you're crying about?
Yeah.
So, and plus my mom is one, and she hates when I tell the story. When I was a kid, before I got braces, she got mad at me one day and called me Bugs Bunny. And I was just like, who says it to the kid? This was so dumb. My mom's stupid. But in general, it's not a lot of things that you have to realize that not everybody, I don't want to say interprets. What's the word? Not everybody what's the word I want to use? And not calculate.
Perceives?
Accepts? No, it's not, in a sense, not everybody can move on from certain things like you can.
Right.
Because it's certain shit that when it bugs me, it fucking bugs me. We cannot be friends, period. Right. And then there's a whole heap of shit that people probably would cancel people for that I wouldn't even think to cancel you for.
Right.
So you do have to understand the people you're dealing with.
Wow.
And then you also have to step outside yourself, because just because you don't care about XYZ don't necessarily mean that somebody else don't care about XYZ.
Yeah.
And that's just something you kind of, I guess that's something you kind of learn too, because you start to gauge, the more you become friends and more people you know, you start to kind of gauge people. But for me, like I said, it's just a lot of shit. Being flip out the mouth, me and my best friend didn't talk for about a year and a half. And it all started over like something so simple, but she said something, I said something flip, she said something flip, I said something flip. She came back and was like, you forgetting who you talk to. I can go back and forth word for word with you. You like basically you don't faze me. Like that slick shit don't faze me.
Yeah.
So we went back and forth and then we didn't talk for like a year and a half. And then the thing about us like not talking, and me and this girl have actually like physically been into it before. Yeah. So it's just like that is why we're not talking for a year and a half. So you do have to realize who you playing with, and you do have to realize words mean thing. And with that, on the other side of that, you can't weaponize your words and then get mad when people don't react the way you expect them to react. If you talking shit and somebody pop you in your mouth, I'm more inclined to believe that you should get popped in your mouth.
Especially on some disrespectful shit.
With that being said, when I've talked shit to people, well, I've always hit first too, so. Well, that's not a good example because I hit first. But I wouldn't be shocked. I get it if something ever happened and somebody hit me. Like, I wouldn't play victim either. So you can't be talking shit to people and then play victim if it gets physical, because you can't really taunt people either. And that's where people get shit confused. Y'all be weaponizing y'all words and going too far with what you're saying and talking about people mamas and babies. Let's talk about people's both. And then expect no retaliation. Like, words mean things.
Yep.
Don't. And it's 1,001 quotes in the Bible about your tongue.
And it's not even just words. It's your tone. The tone of which, on how you say some shit. I mean, you could tell me I'm a bitch ass motherfucker, right?
I don't know how you say that nicely, but okay.
But, like, okay. You could say, bitch, you fucking up. It's a way to say it to where a person would be like, you know what? You right, sis.
Bitch, you fucking up?
Up.
What tone is that? Because bitch, you fucking up comes across like bitch, you fucking up.
It's tone. It's tone.
But it's also, it could be the tone, but it could be the person telling you. If you already kind of feel a type of way about a person telling you, you be up
and that
in.
That can play a part in it too, but I feel like it all boils down to tone. Like, I can take criticism, I can take opinion, I can take all of that shit given the right tone. But if what you're saying to me is like on some, I can't even explain it, but this tone is important, man.
The way you communicate with people is just very important. Hence why I'll let y'all know now, it's just a lot of people I do not communicate with because I already know go left. Like, I know in my full soul that it wouldn't end well. So, and you have to kind of be mindful of who you are too. So it's just, yeah, man, just watch how you talk to people. Don't send them pictures of their child saying they 12 years a slave. Oh, shit. Somebody tell that nigga I'm sorry.
Yeah, that's tough.
Oh, shit. Why did I do that? But tone is important. And words mean things.
They do.
And don't intentionally weaponize your words. And I know it's hard because some people deserve a lashing. Lord knows they do. But don't say something you really can't come back from. And you really have to learn.
Don't say shit you don't mean.
And don't say shit you don't mean. And if you actually do mean it and it's not nice, don't do it.
But if you don't give a fuck about that person, and it pissed you off, and you want to let them know, hey,
sometimes you gotta weaponize on these hoes.
But if it's like your friend or somebody like that, a family member, like, you really have to think, like, Can we recover if I say this off the wall shit? And
when you say the word recover, you need to make sure you can recover and be the same.
Yeah.
The thing is, a lot of times you can recover. I've recovered from a lot of different situations within my family, as like most families go through. A lot of families have. All families have something. But it's a lot of stuff we recovered from, and we literally had to put in the work to kind of get back into the same space.
Yeah.
And you don't want to do that because it was just like, when I be beefing with certain people, my stomach hurt, I don't be wanting to eat, I got a headache. It's not worth it for a sentence or two that was gratifying in that very moment.
Fuck you and your mama. Yeah, that's... That's tough.
Sounds familiar.
Fuck you and them kids.
That also sounds familiar. Not a stranger to that.
Shit.
Not
Fuck
a stranger.
You and them kids.
Not a stranger to cussing somebody out with their kids and their mama in tow. But you should not do that. And like I said, and I mean, I'm even saying it to myself. After a while, it's like, okay, this is like low-key verbal abuse. Like, and my mom told me one day about this guy, the guy who I said, I'm not laughing because it's funny. I'm laughing because I still can't believe I did that. The guy who I sent the 12 years a slave picture to, I remember my mom, like some years after we were talking, my mom was like, you taught that boy how to be slick out in the mouth. And I was like, no, I didn't. And she was like, he wasn't like that when he met you. You kind of did it, and you kind of taught him how to bring people down with their mouth. And I remember being so offended, like, the nerve of you to say I saw him 18, he was cheating on me, and he did this to me, and I was naming all these things he did to me. And my mom was like, but at the end of the day, you still taught him how to like use his words as a weapon. Like he might have been doing all this other stuff, but that came from you. And then I was just like, damn, like I'm toxic. Shit, I'm toxic. But so yeah, just be mindful.
That's another thing, being mindful of things, because it's like a lot of times people will be so caught up in just what they feel they hearing or whatever, and they're not mindful of the situation at hand. And I feel like people just pop off at the mouth just because they feel some type of way about something without getting full understanding of the whole circumstance. They just feel like they can just say whatever and then turn around 2 days later and say, you know what, my bad, I shouldn't have said that. Girl, no, you gotta think before you speak, especially if the relationship is something that you value, like you really value. Like, as much as I mean, I love my best friend. She gets on my nerves sometimes, but I would never. We've gotten into it before, but nothing like super heavy. But like, I could just never see myself intentionally saying fuck you or, you know, some fucked off type shit, because I think about like, no, we have like 15, 20 years of friendship that it could easily be canceled out just because I say some throwed off shit.
I mean, just
gotta be mindful, man.
Listen, Proverbs 18:21. Death and life are in the power of the tongue, and they that love it shall eat the fruit thereof. Psalms 141:3. Set a watch, O Lord, before my mouth. Keep the door of my lips. James 3:8. Be the tongue can no man tame, an unruly evil full of deadly poison. Listen, the list goes on.
You live by the tongue, boy.
Proverbs 12:18. There is that speaketh like the piercings of a sword, but the tongue is wise in health. Listen, it is 1,001 mentions of your tongue in your mouth in the Bible. And as a person who has been told these Bible verses plenty of times by people in my family, y'all just be very cautious of who, when, what, and how you're talking to people. Now, if it's some bitch that's trying you, I all's fair. But if it's like people you really care about,
that's real spill. You gotta watch what you say.
Don't go too far and send them pictures of 12 years a slave. That wasn't not the smartest thing to do.
And don't say fuck you and them kids.
You shouldn't,
Don't say fuck them kids.
I'm not going to say too much about that because I think I've visited that realm. I've been somewhere amongst that.
Leave them kids out of it. Them
kids ain't do nothing to you. It was a baby mama, but,
them kids ain't do nothing to you.
Trying to take out your baby mama, I had to take out the kids. I didn't know how to do it. I didn't know how to take out your baby mama without taking out the kids. So I had to box the bitches together. It was
leave the kids alone. Kids ain't do nothing to you.
Sometimes I get hit by stray bullets when I'm trying to get at their mama.
All's fair in love and war.
All's fair. Hey, I'm trying. If I can't take casualties, they have to be in the room. Not everybody who gets sprayed is supposed to die. I'm just You know, it ain't my fault.
Ooh,
you know,
shit.
sometimes to take out the queen, you gotta take down the people under them. And you know, I hate to say it if they listen.
Fuck them kids.
I hate to say it. I don't sound really becoming in this episode, but I'm letting you know now.
Fuck them kids.
It was a lot of things I said. A lot of it didn't stick. I was trying to take the baby mama out.
It didn't stick. It didn't have an impact.
Yeah, and I was like, wow, what? How the
Kids.
fuck?
Fuck them kids.
Damn it! You made me go there and I didn't want to, but I really tried. I did for like a week. I was trying to come up with savvy ways to take her out, and she just wouldn't let me.
Fuck your baby mama.
And
She a bitch.
And that shit didn't work.
Slut.
Yeah, that shit didn't work.
That's why you got
play
trash ass baby mama.
Yeah, that play shit. That was play shit. But when I went to fuck you and them pussy ass kids, when I started going all the way off, and then I started telling them how the kids ain't gonna be shit because their mama wasn't shit, it stuck. I'm not gonna lie to you. It seemed to stick. It did what I needed it to do. Now everything before that just wasn't quite. You know how something's curling, but
Did she give me a headache?
Nah, for real. You know how like something is curling, but it won't quite.
Yeah.
It was like what?
It wrapped around.
Yeah,
this
but
time.
it was just like like a snake. It was like shoo, and I was like ooh.
And it had that bounce.
It's like throwing a boomerang, but the boomerang not coming back. I kept throwing a boomerang. I'm like, damn, what can really get under this nigga's skin? Kept going. I'm like, shit, ain't nothing working. Then I'm cussing her out. Damn it, these hoes is unbothered. What can...
Bingo. Them kids.
It was 3 of them, too.
God, dog.
And like the youngest was like a toddler. You
said fuck them kids and it was a toddler?
That bitch couldn't even walk. How terrible am I? I'm problematic, actually. I'm on record saying I've been very problematic in my day.
Oh, Jesus.
And I was like, wow, that baby
couldn't even...
Baby had a pacifier.
She could barely stand up.
Baby,
make 2 steps.
Baby didn't even know who her mom and daddy really was. That bitch was confused, and I was just like, wow. And when I said it, the boomerang came back faster than I expected. I ain't gonna lie, I said it.
Well, you know what?
And I was like, wow, I deserve to get my ass whooped. I mean, you're not gonna do it, but I do deserve to get my ass whooped.
You live and you learn.
I mean, this is like, okay, we won't say the timeline to this.
You live and you learn, Ebony.
We won't say the timeline to this, though.
But you have recognized the error of your ways, and you know you can't bring no kids into no battle.
But the thing is, this was after I told that boy his child looked like 12 years a slave. So, I mean, did I really learn? And this was...
Now would you do it today? Today is what I'm asking.
Today, in this space, sitting here recording this podcast... No. Now I'll call you when I'm going through some shit, and then we'll see how I react in that space. Because I can tell you right now, I ain't gonna do shit. Because I won't. I'm not. That's not in my heart right now. Now,
if you get a little look at
elevate the situation. I did that shit sober too. Elevate the situation.
So it's been okay.
I did that shit with not a drop. But you know, in this humbling experience, talking on this podcast, no, I would not do that to anybody. Now, when I'm going through some shit, I'll be sure to document it.
Just do you write in your journal?
I do, and I be in my journal. I be in my journal like I had to cuss that bitch out. Like, listen, if I die, my journals is popping. But I mean, we'll like to say yes. I have grown. I haven't been in a situation like that, so.
Well, that's all that matters. Growth.
Can't date niggas with kids, apparently.
If that's something that you...
Is that triggering?
If that's a trigger for you...
Is that triggering?
If that's triggering
Baby mamas are a trigger for you?
If that's triggering for you...
Kids are the trigger.
Then I would suggest you opt out of dating. Maybe that should be like the first question that you ask.
Hey, do you have kids?
Do you have children?
Because if you do some fucked up shit and you not feeling it, your children are
they gonna get caught in the crossfire. Horrible.
Like, I need you. If I say you gotta feel it. Just pretend to feel it.
Just know I don't fucking mean that shit. I'm mad.
Really don't.
I'm mad.
I really don't.
I love the kids.
Kids really do fuck with me. Kids really genuinely fuck with me.
But you know, maybe that's something that you need to express.
What?
When you are
dating niggas, like, hey, if you try me, your kid is up on the chopping block. The kid, never think I won't go
that low. I'm going low.
Don't ever think I won't go, Don't think I go high.
I go low. I go real low.
No, I wouldn't do that because I still genuinely, and I do, because I know, like, I feel like this nigga be creeping and listening to this podcast. So I'm really sorry about that 12 years of slave picture. And I'm not laughing because it's funny. I'm laughing because I still was just like, why did I do that shit? I think about that shit like every couple of months. Be like, why did I do that?
It's all right. We grow. We learn. We grow and we learn.
Somebody baby mama gonna dog walk my ass.
Dog walk.
And I'm just gonna be like, I did talk about your kids.
Yeah, that's tough, man.
I mean, people leave the kids out of it.
That's really doing too much.
That's going way too far.
Talking about kids is doing way too much.
Well,
especially if they can't even walk.
Well, in my defense, if you say as much as I said and you was just unfazed, I needed a reaction. Hurt people, okay?
I was hurt.
And I was hurt. Somebody was going down for this shit, all right? And if I gotta go down in this burning house with these kids, I will.
Like the match.
Right, holding the baby. The fuck? But with that being said, then people, well, when you have kids, oh, well, then it sounds like I'm gonna be fighting. Because what? So don't talk about, on the list of things not to talk about, kids are first, then mamas.
Definitely.
Kids are first. Kids are first,
kids
and then
mamas.
mamas.
Because a mama can defend herself.
Yeah.
A child cannot defend
herself.
And
I just want to go on record saying it's not the children I have the problem with. It's usually their mamas. So, you know, whole womb. It's all connected in one.
It's all right. We do better. We know better. We do better.
Let's hope and pray, guys. Keep me on your prayer list. Take me down. Put me in your prayer box. I mean, I've been really and I'm saying all this in past, so people don't be like hitting me up saying I'm a terrible tyrant, I'm problematic.
Say fuck them kids.
Yeah, I mean fuck them kids, but not like in this beat. Not today. Not like this year. Not even 2018.
Okay, so it's fine.
27? Okay, let's just say...
Let's just say 2019.
No, I say 2018. I think I'm clear for 2018 too. Now, anything for 2018, we got to look at some calendars. But before that, you know, we good. But don't go too far, kids. That's all I got. I love the kids. But we got a letter. Or we don't. Or we do. Or we don't. Yes, we do. Okay, so this week on Moesha's diary, we're going to name her Marian Anderson. Marian Anderson is the first African-American woman to perform with the New York Metropolitan Opera in 1955.
Beautiful.
1955 isn't that long ago, folks. She was the first, FYI. But Marian Anderson says, "Hey girls, hey, I love the show. I will be at your live show. I cannot wait. FYI, get y'all tickets. Okay, here's my issue. My brother's girlfriend and I don't get along. Her and I started off as cool, but as their relationship continued, I didn't like the way she was treating my brother. She is a spoiled bitch. She subs him on Facebook when their relationship isn't going well. She'll have an attitude when they come out if she didn't really want to be there. And there are things that my brother tell me about her that is pissing me off. He's nice and he deserves better. I'm ready to step to her, period." And she put her T with capital. Please help. Marian Anderson.
Oof. Well, Miss Anderson, I feel that I've been in this position before. My brother has dated people that I did not like. In the beginning, we were cool. Towards the end, I wanted to beat these hoes up. I think for me is that you just gotta let your brother go through that shit. I think that for me, I went to both of them because it was two in particular that I had issues with. And I had to let them know that, hey, family is first. Like, because I think what the issue was with the first one, I just think that she just didn't like me. And, you know, she had such an attitude. She always had an attitude, in my opinion, with me. And I didn't know why. I never understood it. But, you know, when they would get into it, she would pop off at him and try to, like, get him to like hit her or do something to her so she can call the cops on him. So, you know, he would always call me like for backup or just as a witness to, you know, that wasn't really what's happening. So a couple of times I tried to fight her, but I couldn't get to her because she was just one of those people that talked shit, but when it was really time to like do something, she wouldn't do it. But at that point, like that time, I really, really tried to get at this bitch. I wanted to fight her. I didn't give a fuck if she beat me up. I don't care about any of that. Ooh. Like I was really trying to get out her.
I always care about being beat up, child. Nobody want to be beat up.
Well, I'm just saying I wasn't I wasn't scared. So I tried to go after her, and my brother ended up like stopping me. So she said she was gonna call the cops on me. At that time, I was probation shit. So I was in some shit. So you know that was the last thing that I wanted to hear. So I left, and you know I told my brother, man, you need to leave this girl alone. Blah blah blah. This is a toxic relationship, and he went back to her. So I was pissed off at that because I'm really about to risk my life and go to jail for this bitch behind him, only for him to get back with her. So it really, you know, I really had to kind of like look at that. You're like, okay, well, I can say my piece. So that's what I did. I said my piece. I told her I didn't like her. I didn't like how she was treating my brother. I don't believe that this relationship will work. I said everything that I felt like I needed to say to this girl. And she said her piece back to me, and I left it alone. And I told my brother, I love you. Don't, unless this bitch got a gun to your head, don't call me on that other petty bullshit. I don't want to be involved, because the more you're intertwining me in this relationship, the more I'm disliking her. Mm-hmm. And I don't want to be involved because I know how I am, and I know that I will get arrested. And I don't have time for that, especially if you're going to go back to the bitch. And the second one, we were actually cool, and she was like, well, let me, you know, hook me up with your brother. And I said, hey, my brother's disrespect to my brothers is not tolerated. Like, I know how you are. I know how you can be. What we won't do is don't be on that shit with my brother, man. Like, I just can't tolerate that, because I will sever this friendship behind my brother. Like, point blank. Everything was understood. She understood where I stood with him, and for some reason I felt like she thought that our friendship was more than my relationship with my brother, and it wasn't. Mm-hmm. Like, my family is my family, and I'm very big on that, and I'm very loyal to my family, and I don't give a fuck if we've been friends for a year, 5 years, 10 years. My family is my family. And she was just doing some shit that I didn't really care for, and I told my brother this, and I told her that, but you know, it just kind of fell on deaf ears. And I told him, I said, look, stop calling me. Stop fucking calling me behind this shit, because you already know how I am. So it's kind of like you have to take yourself away from that. You have to say your piece. And I told this girl, I don't like what's going on. I don't like what's happening. And I don't like you. And I don't like you for my brother. And that's the truth. And, you know, whatever. And I just left it at that. And so I feel like you just have to kind of say your piece and let your sibling kind of hit the head.
Yeah, like, listen, a lot of y'all like to be the sisters that act like your brother's girlfriend. That shit ain't cool. That shit gets played. You bitches are grown. Like, when you're in grade school and you're being super defensive over your brother and doing all that extra shit, it's kind of okay because you're kind of young and you're in high school. But once you hit your 30s or even in your 20s and you ready to fight your brother's girlfriends and fiancés and wives, you look like you're kind of obsessive about your sibling in a way that's just not that. Yeah, that's just not. I learned very quickly when we got, because I never really had that issue. The girl, well, I'm lying. I've had issues with, but not in a sense. No, I did try to fight that one girl. Okay, with the exception of that one girl. But like, I kind of leave my brothers to their devices, because especially recently when I realized that my brother had a kid, and at the time it was all happy, happy, joy, joy in the situation, and like I end up getting mad. Well, the girl deserved it, but I end up getting mad at the girl, and my mom was just like, at some point your siblings are going to be putting their family in front of our family, which is at the end of the day how life is. When you start to build your own family, not that you don't love your parents and your siblings, your personal household does take precedent over your old household that you grew up in. And that's just really how it goes. And so when my mom kind of broke that down to me, it kind of calmed me down a bit, because you don't want to be outside of that household like that. Like, granted, he's going to take care of the inner households, but don't make it to the point where you can't even be involved. And it gets like that when situations get super nasty and super dramatic. You need to learn how to love, I don't want to say love your brother from a distance, because you still can be close with your brother, but you need to watch their relationship from a distance. That ain't your business. What's going on between them ain't your business. Even if you and your brother are best friends, at the end of the day, your brother's going to get married and his wife will be his best friend. Don't be around here having a heart attack when he putting his wife first. And I think a lot of people do that so much that when it gets time for them to get married and have wives, you and the wife got this drama, but it's because you got this unhealthy attachment, and she feels it because she's still a woman. Regardless that you his sister, women feel other women's energy quick when it comes to niggas. So, and men in general, even if it's your daddy, your brother, your boyfriend, it's all the same kind of energy you feel. The same reason why when you grow up, a lot of people say like moms and daughters fall out, but then the daughters never fall out with their daddy. It's like, it's still something about that male and female energy in a threesome that's always kind of warped a little bit. Not that anything's going on that's nasty. It's just still, it's something about the energy between two women and a male that's always kind of thrown off. So you need to get your shit in check before you be left out. Okay, if she cheating on him, that ain't your business. If he's sleeping with his best friend, tell him, but still really ain't your business what he do with the information. It's really not your business what goes on in their relationship. You don't sleep in the bed with them. You're not at their house. Ain't no point of stepping to this woman. This woman ain't got nothing to do with it. Okay, she's subbing him on Facebook. Then don't be her Facebook friend. I had a girl who was subbing my brother on Facebook. I called that bitch up behind that shit. Guess what? That really wasn't my business. Like, looking back, I shouldn't have did it. And so you got to separate yourself, because the thing is, I got mad at her for subbing my brother when I too have subbed some nigga on Facebook. And I wish his sister would have called me trying to check me. Like, bitch, you don't sleep with him. Like, what are you doing? So you really need to just separate yourself. It's no reason to, okay, even if she was sleeping with your daddy and that was your brother, that's still, you tell them that ain't your business. People be trying to fight. People always say that moms don't be raising, parents don't raise boys. But it's like it continues to go with overbearing sisters. Sisters are always picking up the slack and defending them and doing all this stuff. A lot of petty stuff that they don't have to do. I realize about my brother don't step in case I'm in pure fucking danger. All that little bitty shit I had going on with niggas, and he cheating on me, and he got a girl pregnant, and he answered my phone calls, and I love him and he don't love me, and he said he loved me, but then I caught him with this girl. All that little petty shit I had going on. My brother still was getting shoes and talking to this nigga who was hoeing me. Like, this nigga dead ass was like, yeah, so I called him because the new Jordans came out. And it's like, nigga, this nigga's hoeing me. Not my business. But on the flip side, I'm ready to throw daggers and burn stuff down for him. So, like, I took a page from my brother's book. As long as you're not being physically assaulted to the point where we're like, as long as if there's kids involved, as long as the kids are being abused and they healthy and happy, it really ain't your business. Like, I dead ass was going through with this nigga, and my brothers never got involved. My brother's like, I'm still cool with that nigga. To like, if he called my brother right now, my brother would be like, yeah, that nigga ain't did nothing to me. So and this nigga was hoeing me, like, openly. Like, my brother caught him hoeing me. My brother's like, damn, you hoeing my sister? Yeah, all right then, bro. And went on. So, like, at the end of the day, that's not your nigga. That's not your man. There's no reason to step to her. If she disrespecting your brother, that's on your brother. Because he might not deem it disrespectful. People have levels of breaking points. And maybe what's your breaking point in relationships isn't your brother's breaking points in relationships. I'm not fighting that. In case I come and you're literally putting hands on my brother in front of me, I'm letting everything go because it ain't my goddamn business. I have fought with somebody's brother. I have jumped on somebody's brother. I have cussed out somebody's brother. I have been a terrible tyrant to a lot of people's brothers. But families like me. But in general, I have been terrible to some nigga at some point, and I will be goddamn if his sister tried to approach me. Like, I will be fucking offended. And then I had to take myself out of that situation like, damn, I'd really be trying to like confront a bitch, and I really would be offended if somebody's sister checked me about checking her brother in the club. Like, that ain't none of her goddamn business. Your brother dancing with the bitch or whatever the case that set me off. Like, so you kind of gotta just
leave it alone.
Is it AIDS involved? I got some stuff that's some stuff you might need to holler at. AIDS is one. I think AIDS is enough. If you know she's sleeping with somebody who got something, that's when you show up to the house. Physical abuse is one, and that's about the only two I can name. Man, is she pregnant and you think it's not his? That's another one.
But actually, I wouldn't even say nothing until, like, you know, in that situation, I wait till the baby is born.
Yeah, but I mean, that's the time that you can interject at some point. Now, I mean, that's the only three. Outside of that, I mean, your brother relationship is your brother relationship, and you need to start fixing yourself now before he starts getting married and having kids and that nature, because you're not going to be able to push out all these girlfriends and fiancés, you know, when he really start falling in love and when he's actually married. They're going to be looking at you like you crazy when you talking about, I don't like her, and now your ass can't come to the baby first birthday because now she don't like you and it's at their house. Or you feel uncomfortable because it's all her friends and all their friends and just you and your mama, but she don't talk to you. That's awkward. No one, or now you can't even see your niece and nephew can't visit you because she don't fuck with you.
That's big facts.
So you got to train yourself. And I'm only saying that too because I know a woman who was like that about her brother, and her brother is now married and they don't even really talk. And they were like, they're literally like 11, 12 months apart or something like that. They like ghetto twins. So she spent her whole life. She spent her whole life defending him against other women and checking other bitches for him. And then she finally met her match when he actually really got married. And now you can't even be a part of the life because you don't get along.
Could never.
So if you love your brother like you think you love your brother, or you say you love your brother, you'll put your pride aside a little bit and love your brother and stay out of his relationship.
Let him live his life. He want to get bopped up over the head.
Listen, ain't so.
Hey, as long as he alright, let him get
like
bopped over the head a couple times.
Yeah, as long as it ain't no death.
Yeah, he ain't coming around with a black eye and bleeding at the side of his mouth.
Like, I had a situation where violence like that was involved, so that this the wrong family to do that in.
If he getting popped upside, maybe he did something. We don't know.
And she cussing him out. Don't be her Facebook friend.
Yeah.
And that was the other half. When everything came out, then you start to realize that your brother just not as innocent as you think. Now, granted, she probably should be bopping him upside the head. But you don't know what he did.
Because he's going to come to you and tell you, sis, you know me. You know
him as a brother who's caring and sweet. You don't know him as a whole ass nigga. You don't know your brother's a fuck boy. Your brother's a fuck boy. I hate to tell. Listen, let me be honest with you. All y'all brothers are fuck boys. They're ruining somebody's life right now. My brothers included. They're ruining some girl's life right the fuck now. Being trash, just for no reason. But guess what? If I call them right now and need something, they baby me and they love me. Right now, they probably avoiding some girl's phone call as we speak. Some girl is blowing their phone up, and I called them once and hello, quick. And some girl right now was damn crying, waiting for that nigga to answer. So just, separate yourself, sis. Ain't no point. And if you saying, and the thing is, you could been block her on Facebook, but you don't want to block her because you want to see what she's saying. And that be y'all problem. Y'all stay want to talk about people, but y'all don't ever mute or block nobody because y'all still want to be nosy. Bitch, y'all need to get like me. When I don't like something, I block it. When I don't want to see something, I mute it. And I get upset if I see it on my timeline indirectly. Like, listen, you don't have to see nothing you don't want to see. You can see that girl, what's the next holiday? Memorial Day? You can see that bitch the next barbecue and call it a day. You don't, this ain't your battle. This is not your battle. It's the Lord's and your brothers and that girls. That ain't your business. Mind your business. Listen, step away. Oh, she did what? Oh, that's crazy, man. So, mama cooking on Friday. You see how quickly that went? Oh, she did what? Oh, so you gonna come to the shrine with us? You see? Mm-hmm. Yeah. That ain't your business. So, and then what? You fight her and then what? Your brother fuck her later?
And then they laid up. Talking about
Pillow talking about how crazy your ass is. Because that be the problem too. You do some fucked up shit. He pillow talking with her like, my sister always been a hothead. She's crazy. She always been a hothead. Like,
Jesus.
Don't let your brother get you into some shit that you don't need to be in. Especially when your brother not doing the same.
Girl.
Because I seen my brother over me run up on one boy my whole entire life.
My brother's never ran up on a nigga.
One dude. Outside of that, I've been like terribly tried by niggas. Like I'm talking about crying, rolling on the floor. I can't eat. I can't sleep. Them niggas still will say what up to that nigga if they seen him. Like, what up though? Oh yeah, man. So
yeah, my older brother, the last nigga I was fucking with, I told him what this nigga did. We went to the club. This nigga dapped him up. I'm like, come on, man. Fuck that nigga.
Yeah, you got beef, nigga.
We got beef. If I say fuck him, you say fuck him.
You got beef. Who you playing on?
Shit, fuck that nigga.
It just be girls getting involved and doing all that extra shit. And that's why I said people be like, black men are babied by their parents. Yeah, they babied by black women too. We help. We're the enablers. Yeah. Cause we baby them niggas too. Oh, she said what to you? You better not talk to my brother like that.
I'll beat you up.
Like, girl, get mollywopped by that boy girlfriend and don't know what to do with yourself. Yeah, this ain't your battle, sis. This the Lord's.
Yeah, definitely a battle with
Blocker.
the Lords.
Or you don't even have to block. You can unfollow people on Facebook as well. Because the thing is, you still want to be nosy though. That's your problem. Just leave it alone. So I hope that helped. I don't know what Tayy says. But with that being said, I'll be on probation on Friday. You guys will see all the motherfucking videos. This is the bitches back weekends where I parlay.
Bad bitches is back.
Girl, what?
I said bad bitches.
The streets needed me. I got some friends.
The bad signal has been up.
Like, listen, I got some friends coming to town. I'm lunching. I'm happy houring. I'm dinnering.
You gonna be wasted if I drink.
Listen, so we were thinking this, right? Because I've really been having conversations about like my first drink.
Do you know what you're gonna have?
I want a dirty, but my homegirl told me no.
Martini?
Dirty from Papados.
Oh.
But then she told me, she said no. She told me no to a dirty, but she said yeah to a swamp thing.
If you eat, I think you just eat first. I really want to eat first.
Maybe I get like a category 5. What you mean eat first?
Just eat first. Have a full stomach.
Okay, so because the thing is,
just because.
I mean, I'm gonna pass out probably about 1 o'clock anyway. Everybody on a hike. They're like, we gonna do all this stuff. I'm like, y'all know I'm gonna be like sick by 1:15.
Yes, throwing up.
Yeah, 1:15.
How you were at my birthday?
1:12. At 1:12, definitely.
Throwing up. Yeah,
1:12.
That's what I'm saying. I think
because I really want because I think dirty. The Hennessy at the top and Hennessy at the bottom.
I think so.
And then Three Wheel Motion is Grand Marnier and Hennessy. Mm-hmm. Okay, and then I still don't know what a swamp thing is, but they say do swamp thing, but I'm like, I feel like a part of me was like, if I'm gonna go, I'm just gonna go. Guns a blazing.
Yeah, guns a blazing. But
I'm gonna fall the fuck out right in Papados.
But just eat. That's
all I'm saying. I mean, I'm still gonna be sick regardless, but okay.
Yeah, I mean,
or maybe
you'll last longer.
Because somebody said like a vodka soda. I'm like, nigga, it's been a whole year, bitch. I need to taste it. I need to see. I need garnishes. I need liqueurs. I need liqueurs. I need pineapple. I need that shit to come in a big drink and a big straw. I need the glass.
I need the ambiance.
Yeah,
I need it all.
Bitch, you just want me to have a rocks glass for my first drink like some common heathen? It's been a minute. Ugh.
Girl, my first was a bottle of Moet Rosé.
Wow, whole bottle.
Oh yeah, to the head. Passed out about 10-15 minutes later.
Yeah, I know. I feel that in my soul.
But you'll build yourself. You'll build it back.
I mean, because it's starting at 11. Because at first it was like we will go to lunch at 12. I'm like, no, we're gonna go to lunch at 11. We're gonna be there right when the door is open.
You'll build it up.
I'm knocking on the door.
You'll build it up.
So dirty.
Congrats. Welcome back.
Girl, shall I tell y'all how I felt never mind. We'll tell, because I can't jinx these, because we on 3 more days. What's 3 more days?
Yeah. Thursday at midnight.
It's been another day. It's been another day's journey, and I'm glad, because last week some questionable things happened with the machine girl. Girl, I was like, damn, I'm definitely finna fail probation on the last 10 days. So what happened was, you have to charge the machine.
Right.
Went to work, got ready to blow in it. No charge. So I'm like, shit, but I'm at work. And I work essentially by myself, so there's nobody I could get to watch the bar or restaurant.
Right.
So I called my homegirl. I'm like, are you still at work? She's like, I'm at happy hour at Papa Do's, girl. I'm like, bitch, I need a charger. She's like, I'll bring you my phone charger because she drunk.
So it's
a charger for it's their cord. Yeah, so it's not like a regular,
like you can find somebody
like I can use the plug part that you put in the wall, but I actually need their little
the adapter.
Yeah. So she was like, so she really wasn't getting the fact that I was saying I need a charger for the machine and not my iPhone. Because she's like, I got an iPhone charger. I'm going to bring it to you when I'm like, no, bitch. The DUI charger, bitch. They trying to get me. So finally, it like dawns on her and she texts me. She was like, oh, bitch, the machine? I'm like, yes, bitch, the machine. So she finishes up at Papa Do's because I have, it's like a 3-hour window. She comes, she gets, because she has to come to my job, get my keys, come here. I was like, I told her where it would be. She came back, I charged it up, I blew in it. Okay, you would think that would be it for the night. You'd be like, okay, because I have not, a whole year, have not had a problem. Like, they're shocked.
Busy.
So I was like, devil busy, bitch. The devil's busy. So I come home. Crisis averted. I come home. I'm like, let me get this makeup off my face. I take the makeup off my face. I was like, let me clean my face with astringent because now I'm charging it again to make sure it's fully charged. So I'm just sitting here wiping my face.
Astringent, so it had alcohol in it.
Sitting here just wiping my face, looking at it charged. She's like, oh, okay. Blowing it after I literally just wiped my face
with astringent.
That bitch said violation. So I like literally, like I stopped fucking breathing because I'm like, holy shit. What happens when you violate? And I'm like, what did I do just to violate? And then like right then I licked my lips and realized it was the astringent. And I was like, holy shit, they're about to make me stay on this shit another year over this bullshit. Because she was clear when I left. Yeah. She's like, you ain't ever had no problems, but I'm telling you now, if you violate, they're going to extend it. And I'm like, oh, no problem over our tea and banana nut bread, because we chat monthly. So I'm like, no problem, sis. I got you. Cheers. Clink, clink. Cheers to the summer.
Say no more.
Yeah, say no more. What you mean? She's like, well, it's the holiday season. Bitch, I'm good. I mean,
I'm done.
I passed my birthday. I passed Cinco de Mayo. I passed Memorial Day. I passed the last MLK Day, the 4th of July. I passed every Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. Because, bitch, we gets down over here. So it says violation, but the thing is, it never happened to me before. So I'm like, oh, fuck. This is the end of the road. Like, I'm like hyperventilating. So then it clears itself and it says you have like 5 minutes or whatever to do it again, because I didn't know it was going to do that. So I was like, okay. So like, I'm panicking. So I'm I was in my kitchen. So I like start pouring water from the sink like over my face and drinking water and like hyperventilating. So then I blew in it and then of course I passed. So then the next morning I get a phone call, ring, 801, bitch, early. She just walked into the office. It's 801. I'm like, you thought you were going to work at 8? How you even calling me at 801? I'm like, hello? She was like, hey. I'm like, hey, this is officer, whatever. And I'm like, yes. She was like, so you violated yesterday? I was like, yeah. I was wiping my face with astringent and then I blew in it. And I was like, are y'all gonna make me keep this machine longer? And she was like, no, only because when you blew in it the next time, it was 0.0. Yeah. She was like, if you were really like drinking it would have, it would have kept. And I was just like, okay, cool. And she was like, you're good. I'm like, that's all I needed to know. Bitch. Look how the devil's trying to get a bitch on the last 10 days. You. The devil works, girl.
I'm telling you that fail, mine didn't say violation. It just said failed.
What are your first tests, though?
That was my first test, but I was eating bread. I ate a donut.
You told me that, but that was the thing. And I was telling her, I was like, people told me different stuff you can eat that'll set it off. I literally be like still having food in my mouth blowing in it. So like when I got that violation, bitch, I almost passed out. And I'm going to ask her how high it was, because she was like, it was really high.
Because that astringent probably was like 100% alcohol or something like that.
So I could have been drinking astringent this whole time?
Could have. And could have used Listerine, gas, like if you're pumping gas. And I mean, and you had it on your hands and you blew in it like that, it would pick up the alcohol in the ethanol.
I have not had a single fucking problem all year. It hit twice in a day.
Bitch, I've had those kind of readings where it was like a really, really low reading.
Mm-hmm.
But I remember I was drinking at one point. I had a Heineken.
I failed because I was drinking.
I had a Heineken, but I waited because the machine is 12 hours. You can't, it detects alcohol in your body for 12 hours. In your car? Yes.
Oh, shit.
It detects alcohol in your body for 12 hours. So I waited. So the last drink that I had was like maybe like 3 o'clock in the morning. And then I waited till about maybe 3 in the afternoon to actually get in my car. Mm-hmm. And I blew in it, and it had a small reading, but it passed me. So I was.
Oh wait, you could see it.
It gave me the
number.
The number.
Oh.
And then it said it'll either say pass or fail. But the first reading that I ever did when I was clearly drunk, it just said fail. We're
not gonna give you the reading.
We're not gonna even give you the reading.
You're trash.
But my probation officer, like every time that I would go see her, she would just like look at it. I think it just because I've always passed it. And then also kombucha. So it's like probiotics. Mm-hmm. So if you drink that, that has alcohol in it.
Oh, you failed on that too?
I failed on that.
Jesus Christ, bitch!
But I had no idea that it had alcohol. I'm just thinking it's probiotics for my stomach. I'm just trying to get right. And I'm just down in this shit, and it's blowing, and it goes, the machine is going off, so I blow in it, and I'm like, fuck, it gave me a reading. What the hell? So when you have a reading, it makes you take it again.
See, I didn't know that.
So I had to rinse my mouth out, and then when I rinsed my mouth out, it gave me a 0. So I think my probation officer, she can tell that I wasn't just necessarily.
But that's what she said, because she was like, it was really high. Mm-hmm. And then she was like, but the next test was 0.0. Mm-hmm. I'm like, look at the devil trying to stop a girl from shining on Friday. Mm-hmm. Bitch.
That's real shit, girl.
Bitch, I'm about ready to buy an outfit to pass out.
That donut, I was scared. I was scared, because that was a real hot lie. I was like, what? And I'm looking in the camera like, I'm eating a donut. I'm eating a fucking donut. Like, I'm literally in the camera holding up a donut.
Listen, right? So technically, I'm off on Friday, and I have to turn in the machine to like it's like the offsite place. You think they'll make me test again when I turn it in?
Probably. I mean, it just depends.
Because everybody was like, I need to just wait till I turn it in.
No, I think it just depends because, well, I had mine taken off at 6 months. 6 months in. So, I don't know. It just depends. Your probation officer can call you randomly and say, hey, do your test.
I just wait till Friday. I'll just
on the safe side. Just wait, because
I need to figure out when I meet her, because I don't meet her on Friday because she'll be off. So it's either Wednesday or Thursday.
Yeah, I would definitely.
Not my biggest issue though. Do I have to pay to get off? Because I feel like I read somewhere. I need to find my paperwork. I feel like I read somewhere in order to turn it in, you still got to pay like $100 or something. I don't know, but mine wasn't car either.
I was gonna say because I think I had to get it. I had to pay for it to get it uninstalled.
I paid for it to get it. I don't know. Hopefully not, because
I paid for it to get installed, and then I had to pay for it to get uninstalled.
How much did you pay for it to get uninstalled?
I want to say it was like maybe
something.
No, it was like $75.
Oh, hopefully it's $75.
It was like $150 for the device, the monthly, and then they prorated the installation fee.
Got it.
So, but again, I remember the last time I saw my probation officer, she was just like, just remember, you have until the 13th. Okay? Don't get too comfortable, bitch. She said, I can still call you.
Don't get too comfortable.
I can still drug test you.
Don't get too comfortable. And short.
But you have until the 13th.
Well, come Friday.
So you're good, girl.
We'll be IG historian.
God.
My good times. I'm a good time. It's going to be a great time on Friday. Very excited, even though I already know I'm going to pass out at like 1 o'clock. But it's okay.
It's over.
It's
just remember when you came in crying, talking about
I gotta do you, Adrianna. I did.
Remember you came in crying, just sad. I had to go in the bathroom and wipe your tears.
Girl, bitch, I gotta do you. Bitch, I got cold. I got cold cop cars. But one time,
you said this is bad. No, you don't understand it. It's bad.
It's bad. I hit 2 cop cars. Nigga, it's bad. I was right. But with that being said, I need to go get my license straight and then go get a vehicle. You know, guys, this was an $11,000 lesson. I just want to throw that out.
Real spill.
I just want to let it always be known that I could have just spent the night where I was at. That was always an option. I just taught myself an $11,000 lesson. Like $11,000.
Real spill.
11,000. I didn't even know I made $11,000. I don't.
By the grace.
I had $11,000 again?
Yes. 11?
More than one?
Year? Well, in a span of how many years?
A year and a half.
Year and a half. Yeah. Yeah.
And then on top of that, I totaled my car, so I got to get a whole new car. Y'all, this was a lesson.
But you know what? You needed it.
I mean, I guess I probably should say I'm not gonna turn up on Friday, but I'm lying.
You're not driving.
Oh yeah,
as long as you're not driving, you'll be alright.
Oh God, 11,000. But nobody died. Because, you know, they hand out 33 years. So y'all be careful in these streets. Because they hand out 33 years easy. Easy for vehicular manslaughter.
And then your third one is you going to felony court.
Ooh, child.
So y'all just keep it cute.
Child, sis was in court, girl. Monthly. You know they keep pushing it back. But I was in court for so long.
Recess.
Yeah,
no, not
reset.
Reset.
They resetted my shit so long. I'm like, just take me to jail. God damn.
My last one, I said, I'm tired. I can't do this.
I'm weary.
That pressure.
That's too much pressure. Going to court is pressure.
To get there on time is fucking pressure.
To get there on time. And then
so where was your court at?
I was in Missouri City. So I was Fort Bend County.
Bitch, Harris County. Downtown.
To get there on time, but then if the judge is in a bad mood, he making all these idle fucking threats about nothing. I'm sending somebody to jail. Good morning. It's like, nigga, ain't nobody doing nothing yet. Like, how you sending somebody to jail, bitch? It's just a lot.
People that ain't on docket need to get out the courtroom.
And then they call your name, and then you gotta say
here, judge.
And then your lawyer never show up on time. Your lawyer really, half of your pressure is the fact that your lawyer's
not there.
That nigga taking his time. Bitch, I'm nervous.
The last day when I was late and the judge threatened to take me to jail, my lawyer, and mind you, this was 8:00 in the morning. My lawyer didn't show up till 11. You know, I was in that jury stand crying.
Knowing.
Talking about hurry up. I need you to hurry up.
You do.
Hurry up.
Don't be needing your lawyer and you on like a payment arrangement. Your ass ain't really got the payment. It's just like
it's a lie. It's pressure. It's that pressure.
Girl, my lawyer got that. My lawyer like did me a solid. Like when I finally plead out, I think I owed like $300 still. He was like, keep it. You're gonna need it.
That's what my lawyer told me.
I thought he was bullshit. I'm like, oh, I'm good.
And that's what my lawyer said to me. He said, don't worry about it. Giving me that last $5.
You're gonna need it.
He was like,
let me tell you something. You pay to be on probation. You pay a whole ass fee in general just because you pay to be on probation that you paying to your probation officer.
Like you pay a court fee.
You pay in court just because your ass used to sit up there so the judge can talk shit to you, right? I pay like the county now like $30 a month because technically it was like $3,000, but they let me pay like $30 a month, right? I end up having to pay for the machine. So this machine that you blowing in that you don't want to blow in is 100. Mine was 100 and something. 100.
Damn, where'd you get it from?
125. Smart Start. You pay that every month. And mind you, this some shit that you don't even want. You paying for it.
Mine was $90.
133.
Fuck.
Yup. 133. The blowing some shit that I don't even want to blow in.
I was pissed off at the 90.
133.
God damn.
That shit, that's what I said. Like at the end of the day, I was looking around. I was like, I had $11,000 to give somebody, and you pay for your classes. And because I hit 2 cop cars and my level was so high, they doubled my classes. Because remember, they originally was trying to give me 2 years of probation. In court, they dropped it down to a year, but they kept like them classes and shit the same. So I went to like some of them classes like 2 or 3 times. And you had to pay each time.
And I remember they was trying to bust me over the head talking about I need to go to counseling, outpatient therapy. I have to change my story up real quick.
I remember when you told me that because that bitch was trying to act like my friend. And I was like, nah, my homegirl. My homegirl told me if I can't see it, I was being honest. That y'all was going to fuck me up.
No, you can't be honest. You got to say, I don't remember. I just had one drink. I don't normally do this. You can't be in there honest trying to be like homegirl to homegirl. No, they dogging you. She played me.
You can't be homegirl to homegirl.
You can't be homegirl to homegirl.
You gotta be probation officer to probation. Probationer.
Whatever. You gotta come on. I'm telling you guys, y'all ever get on fucking probation and they send you to a one of them people that see if you're gonna be a repeat offender.
It's a setup.
It's a setup. They gonna play cool. They gonna talk to you real nice, and they gonna talk to you like they your friend. And they gonna ask you some questions, and then they gonna start talking to you about why you got a DUI, and you gonna think, you know what, she cool. I can be honest with her. This is
this
confidential shit.
He tried me, so
I was going through a bad breakup, and sis, I was sad. The nigga played me.
And the whole time
she said, oh yeah, therapy. 300. We got another one. Man, I had to switch it up real quick. So I told my probation officer, I said, man, I am not a repeat offender. Can I dispute this? I had to pay $60 to see the bitch that had to dispute it.
And that's terrible.
But it was better than paying $300.
Y'all gotta
be careful out there. Y'all gotta be careful.
$11,000 or $20 Uber. Let that always
be careful, man, because they out there. Out there.
And then on top of that, you gotta pray you don't really hurt nobody in the process. Because, like I said, they handed out 33 years for that shit. And as a person who has gotten away with a lot of, and I really haven't gotten away with that much drinking and driving. I've been caught up a few times. That was just the time that I was just like, shit. So this is how it ends. After all these years of talking to officers and them taking me home, this is it. Listen, it was one time I fell asleep at a light, and the officer really told me to pull up into the McDonald's and made me call my mama, and my mama came and got me. I've had more close calls. It could be full. I could do a whole episode of close calls in my book, so it served me right.
Yeah,
definitely.
I mean, y'all gotta be careful.
I ain't have to be 2 cop calls, but I got it.
You got the point. Did you get your point?
We like to think I got my point. We like to think.
But you know what? Even after I got off probation, there were times where I woke up thinking like, damn, I'm like, what do you want to do? What do you want this life?
You fucking up.
You are fucking up.
Yeah, it's just got on probation. Out here drinking and driving.
Out here drinking and driving. Yeah, bitch.
Swerving.
Chill out.
Swerving. Going through lights.
What the fuck is wrong with you, girl?
Rolling through the stop sign.
And your insurance about to be expired. Come on,
not you, girl. What I need to do about this insurance? That's the other half of this bullshit,
girl.
They're gonna be like, yo, drunk ass.
No, well, did your driver's license get suspended?
It did.
Okay, yeah.
It did.
Yeah. So you gonna be a little high. I'm keeping it all the way 1,000 with you. You gonna be a little high.
It's not gonna be what you expect. It's not gonna be what it was before.
Damn sure ain't gonna get no $70 a month.
It wasn't what you had before.
It's not gonna be a 70,000.
Girl, my shit was already high because I was in a car accident.
Yeah, it's gonna be a little high.
Yeah. So with that being said, though, kids,
you just gotta find you some. You gotta do a lot of price quoting. You have to do some price quoting.
Who's in good hands? Which one is that?
That's Allstate.
Allstate. You trying to fuck with me?
Allstate might require a $500 deposit.
Allstate, you trying to fuck with me?
Plus a $500 deductible, some shit.
Jesus Christ. Allstate, are we in good hands?
Yeah, I'm telling you, you're gonna have to do some quoting.
I'm about to be on somebody's mom and pop insurance, but I hope I don't get no accident.
I'm good for a Galaxy insurance.
What the fuck is Galaxy? What the fuck is going on?
That's a mom and pop.
Oh shit!
That's a mom and pop.
I'm so bougie. I'm into labels. Lord Jesus, I'm about to be somebody. I'm about to be an Uncle Buzz insurance and shit. The thickety fuck. What the fuck is going on with my life?
Because Geico gonna hit you over the head.
Not the lizard. The lizard gonna fuck me up.
It's gonna bust you over the head.
Not the lizard.
You have accident and you have it's gonna bust you. I'm telling you.
The lizard coming on my neck.
On your neck, because I was State Farm and they was hemming me up for an accident that I had fucking 5-6 years ago. I'm like, I thought that's supposed to fall off over 3. so y'all extended it? Shit. Bust me up $250.
Listen, somebody hit me up. If y'all got a cousin named Shaniqua that got an insurance company,
she needs insurance.
Listen, let me get a black-owned insurance company. Oh, bitch! If I get an accident, ain't nobody getting no money. Bitch, I get shit.
Bitch, when I tell you, when I went to this cheap ass insurance place, and I said, "Look, I'm paying $250. I can't afford it. What can I do? I need something." Mm-hmm. And they said, "Look, we only cover $30,000 in damage, and you can't be at fault."
You took it.
I took it. I needed the insurance. I had to get my sticker. I had to get my sticker.
So how much?
It was $70 a month.
Basically, we ain't covering shit, and it better not be your fault.
Basically.
Oh shit! Damn, a bitch gonna be scared to drive. a bitch.
I'm just like, you know what? Look, I got a couple of scratches. I can live with it. I can live with it. I can live with these scratches.
Oh, shit.
Somebody had backed into the front part of my truck.
You was like, you good?
I'm good.
You good? That bitch hit your shit. And you told her she was good. I don't need to report it. I don't need to report it. I'm too fucking bougie for this shit because my black ass still want to report shit.
No, because the girl saw somebody hit my car. She left me a note and I called her because they left my license plate on my truck.
Oh, damn, they hit your shit.
Yeah, they hit my shit and they broke the front part of my license plate. So I called and I was just like thinking like, damn, I'll just stick this right on my dashboard. Because I'm like,
I
don't see no scratches that's that bad. I mean, I see where they hit.
So
I see where they hit.
In short, if y'all know any black-owned family,
you can almost see price. But niggas like me, I got some history. A bitch got some history. I got some history. My driving record ain't clean.
Oh shit!
But I need some help.
Oh god, this is so stupid.
You need to make sure you get your stickers. See, I know where to go when I need my sticker. I know where to go.
Oh god, I got a headache.
I know where to go, but that's all right though.
I need a small business insurance.
You know, when I was younger, I used to get my insurance once a year. And only during the time where I get my sticker. Oh. Only because the nigga $50. Write me out an insurance policy.
I had Geico for a very long time and then I got into that accident and then I went to State Farm. And so now I'm probably gonna be at Shawana's insurance company. Oh shit.
Hey man, sometimes you gotta do what you gotta do.
Shit, the bitch is hemmed up. When did shit drop off?
This shit gonna hit you. They gonna hit you over the head.
When does it drop off? Like, how long you gotta wait for?
I don't know about the DUI part.
Damn, I gotta live with that shit forever. Even when I'm 60.
It's on your record. It's on your driving record.
Damn, that's terrible. A bitch can't recover. A bitch can't do better. A bitch can't perform.
Maybe if you tell the customer service that, but I know they wasn't buying that shit on State Farm. Wasn't buying that.
That's fucked up. When I'm married with kids, bitch got a DUI still on her record. That's fucked up.
Yes, ma'am.
I can't even shit on my kids properly.
Nope. It's on your record for life.
Like, mama a drunk. Your mama a drunk. That's fucked up.
Yeah.
Well, guys, you'll see my life on IG stories. God willing, no more hiccups.
You gonna make it towards the. You gonna make it to the
streets miss me. They want me. They want me to turn up with them. Outside of that, you guys buy your tickets. Don't be left outside. To all my friends that was like, I thought I could just hand you money or I was gonna show up. Sis, I'm not even gonna be at the door. Get your tickets. Show the people your ticket and enter like decent human beings. And that's like, it's going to be a really good time. I have a really good topic. I'm not going to say it yet, but it's really, really good. And it's going to be a great after party. I'll definitely be off probation by then. So the after party going to be popping.
So we're just going to be having cameras on NatoyaEbony.
Popping.
Popping.
It's a good time. Good time, girl.
Popping.
That's it. March 7th, Sugars, Missouri City. I'm NatoyaEbony on all social media. It's Recovering Party Girls on Facebook and Instagram. It's Party Girls Pod on Twitter. You can pick up your merchandise at teespring.com/recoveringpartygirls merch. You can buy your tickets at recoveringpartygirls.eventbrite.com. Don't be last and don't be upset if you can't get in because you waited to the last minute to get your ticket, sis. This topic is going to be popping. It's a good topic. I'll tell you off air. It's really good for me.
And I'm Miss Cool in the city. Miss Cool _COOL. Wait.
Miss Cool _ the letter in the city.
The city, yes.
And you guys, if you happen to see me popping in these streets this weekend,
say something.
Say hello to a bitch. A bitch is back. Buy a bitch a cocktail. I'm with it. Outside of that, that's terrible. Have I learned my lesson? No, I'm just joking.
No,
girl,
you're not driving yet. You're not gonna be driving, so you're okay as long as you're not driving.
No, I'm not driving. My license still fucked up. I gotta get my license straight on Monday.
But you okay? You all right?
You know, because I'm actually getting anxiety about getting a car. I just don't want a car note.
Bitch, I'm telling you.
I've been without a car note since the accident. It's been like free.
A blessing.
It has.
The best thing in the world is not to have a car note.
I mean,
car notes are the devil.
They really are. And it's just so much responsibility when I'm going to turn up.
Yeah.
Your car's a responsibility.
It is. Because you're like, damn.
I drove here.
How am I going to get home? When you had that shot in your hand and everybody's like, yeah, come on, cheers. Yeah. And you're like, I need to eat. Because, damn, I got to drive.
Right.
And I got 3 people in the car with me.
That ain't funny. Jesus Christ.
But I'm just saying, like, you got to think. Like,
you better think.
Because shit, I don't want to be in no felony court.
Girl, my alcohol level was so high that I was about to put my ass in felony court, bitch. I was comatose. But
I ain't trying to be in no goddamn felony court.
Girl, I just, be grateful.
Okay.
I mean, I'm joking, but you really, honestly, I'm super grateful because, I could have killed somebody for real.
Yeah.
And I'm not from Texas. If I got locked up here, that would probably be the last I see my family for real while I'm bullshitting. Because they ain't flying way out here to be like, hey, girl, orange is the new black.
Right. Over the phone.
Right. So, but with that still being said, if you see a bitch on Friday, if you see a bitch any day this weekend, brunches, lunches, I'll be in them all. Say what's up. Bye. See you guys next week.
Bye, y'all.